10 News starts right now.
But first, if you're looking for a new set of wheels, why not ditch the pump and go for the plug? More and more car companies are coming out with electric vehicles, and the sticker price may surprise you. Local 10 News comes right back.
Well, are you thinking about buying a new car? Maybe it's time to go electric.
Prices are dropping all the time as more automakers join the revolution. Let's go to Louis now in our newsroom with more. Louis.
So, Calvin and Nicole, the climate decade is now. The entire planet on an urgent mission to cut global emissions in half by 2030 to keep temperature rises under 1.5 degrees Celsius. For years, the auto industry has been reading the tea leaves on this and is responding in a huge way.
The electric vehicle revolution is now.
We're going to see 200 electric vehicles come to market over the next 2 years. General Motors talking about turning their entire fleet electric by 2035. That's in 15 years' time.
And it's not just GM. Every major automaker has pledged to dramatically increase its EV electric vehicle production in the next 5 years. The EV market is about to explode.
Electric cars perform better than gasoline cars if you get the right ones. Electric cars can go better 0 to 60, get better fuel economy, and can be more exciting to drive than any gas vehicle you've ever driven. And that's what's exciting about them.
It's also what the planet desperately needs right now.
So that by 2050, the United States will be 100% clean energy economy with net zero emissions.
President Biden rejoining the Paris Climate Accord, pledging to replace the government's entire fleet of cars and trucks with electric vehicles made in the USA, sending a strong message to the auto industry, and South Florida dealerships are ready.
Clearly, the auto industry is responding. We at AutoNation are ecstatic about it. South Florida has become a very good EV market.
So right now, Florida has about 60,000 electric vehicles on the road. That number expected to double in the next 10 years. And it's not just luxury brands like the Tesla. EVs are becoming a lot more affordable.
You've got to come down to vehicles that are $20,000 a year if you want those people to get off gasoline and buy electric.
That's happening. Ford, Toyota, Nissan, and Chevy aggressively courting that price-minded consumer.
I mean, the Chevy Bolt is something that's a medium-priced vehicle.
Prices are coming down, and by 2030, analysts predict 6% of all vehicles on the road will be electric. And the South Florida market is red hot. Last year, the Sunshine State ranked number 2 in the country in EV sales, second only to California.
It's extremely important. About 28% of our emissions come from the transportation sector alone here in the U.S. and the biggest sources of those heat-trapping, warming gases that create global warming.
Local leaders also ready, rapidly improving the infrastructure needed to support the coming EV rollout. Right now, Broward County has over 163 charging stations with over 400 chargers available. Miami-Dade has 342 charging stations. That's roughly 1,200 chargers, and more are coming.
I don't have to go to a gas station. It's the best car I've ever owned. I will never own anything else.
It just shows you that the technology and this revolution is just already on its way, and there's no turning back.
There's no turning back. There's no putting the genie back in the bottle, and it's not just the private sector responding. In fact, in just the past 3 years alone, 90 global companies like IKEA have already begun converting their entire fleet of vehicles to electric, showing that EVs are great for business and, more importantly, great for the climate and great for the planet. Calvin.